Yeah, in this video, I'm going to discuss about this properties of cycloalkanes, which is pulled out from the degree first semester syllabus. This is under chapter 6, so that is alicyclic hydrocarbons. The whole chapter has been discussed on my YouTube channel. The description of this has been given below under this video. Please go through this channel and please do like, share, and subscribe my channel. Yeah, let's now discuss about this properties of cycloalkanes. So, when you come to these properties of cycloalkanes, now we know that cycloalkanes are nothing but when these alkanes, for example, if we are taking this N-butane, is cyclizing this, then we'll get this cyclobutane. So, the properties of these cycloalkanes are mostly or they are similar to that of these open chain counterparts or their analogs. This is because only thing they have changed here is the straight chain compounds have been cyclized. So like straight chain compounds like their analogs, these cycloalkanes are also have the similar properties, so their chemistry is also similar like that of their open chain alkanes and resemble their counterparts mainly. So the cycloalkanes are the type of the alkanes that have one or more rings of carbon atoms in their structure. So their properties are also similar to that of this open chain counterparts, that is the open chain alkanes, nothing but alkanes, yes. Uh, and like alkanes, they are inert to any chemical reactions and they do not undergo any chemical reactions except for that of this substitution reactions, that is free radical substitution reactions. Other than that, they are inert. But as we know that they are cyclic in nature, this cyclic structure which confers will few of these or some special properties to these compounds. Let's look at what are these special properties in further slides. Yes, and the cycloalkanes are also non-polar. They do not exhibit any polarity and they are hydrophobic in nature, which is meaning that they do not dissolve in water and also less dense water. Yes, and they're used for different purposes, like they are used as motor fuel, natural gas, petroleum gas, kerosene, diesel, and many other heavy oils. So there are many uses of the cycloalkanes, and when we look at the physical properties of these, the cyclopropane and the cyclobutane, that's the lowest members of this series, are gases at ordinary temperatures, and remaining are liquids. That is, from cyclopentane, they are liquids, and their melting points and boiling points and other physical properties will gradually increase with the increase in their molecular weight. See, these physical constants are increasing when you look at this chart here. See, the melting points are gradually increasing as we go further in the series, like from cyclopropane to cyclobutane and then cyclopentane, and as we go on further till cyclooctane, the melting points is increasing and also the boiling points is increasing, and other physical constants like specific gravity is also increasing. Why this is happening? Because this is simply this can be attributed to their increase in the van der Waals forces of attraction. This van der Waals forces of attraction is nothing but the intermolecular forces of attraction. So, as the intermolecular forces of attraction is increasing, the physical constants value is also increasing. There's a gradual increase in this. We can see like the melting point, boiling point, and the specific gravity. Um, so, because van der Waals forces of attraction is increasing with the increase in the size of the molecules. Yes. Yeah, when these alicyclic hydrocarbons are nothing but cycloalkanes. Ali means aliphatic cyclic hydrocarbons, which is nothing but cycloalkanes. In other words, uh, undergo the same reactions as their open chain alkenes. I've already discussed this. Again, telling this once more, that's it. So they are sp3 hybridized in both the cases. So when we look at this cyclobutane, or when we look at this open chain butane, that is N-butane. Both of them are sp3 hybridized. The carbons are sp3 hybridized with which are having the sigma bonds. So because of this presence of sigma bonds and non-polar in nature, they're generally inert to the chemical reactions. They do not undergo any reactions with acids, bases, oxidizing and reducing agents. Only thing they'll undergo is mainly the free radical substitution reactions with halogens, that is chlorine and bromine. That is the specific reactions they will undergo. That is the free radical substitution reactions. That is the property of the cyclobutanes, like the cycloalkanes, like the normal alkanes, that is open chain alkanes. So what is this reaction is, this free radical substitution reaction is in the presence of sunlight. The cyclopropane will react with this chlorine or bromine, resulting in the formation of these. That's a substitution reactions. That is, H has been substituted by the Cl here, resulting in the formation of the substitution product, that is chlorocyclopropane. And for example, when we take this cyclopentane, when it is reacting with this bromine, in the presence of sunlight, undergoes a free radical substitution reaction where H has been replaced by Br here, and the process, the mechanism which is followed here is following the free radical mechanism. So hence this free radical substitution reaction, resulting in the formation of bromocyclopentane. Yes. Mm, Before going to this reactivity of small ring compounds, let's know what are these small ring compounds. So small ring compounds are nothing but this in this series, cyclopropane and cyclobutane, or both are called the small ring compounds because the ring is composed only of these three carbon atoms here, and here is only four carbon atoms. So they are small ring compounds. uh, these two compounds generally behave differently, have different properties than other cycloalkanes, that is from cyclopentane onwards. So let's see how they are behaving here. Uh, so how they are behaving here is, this cyclopropane, for example, is undergoing the addition reactions here. So what are these undergoing is addition reactions besides this free radical substitution reactions. So addition reactions, we know this. What are these addition reactions? Um, just adding the new molecule to the existing molecule, that is the X and Y have been added to the ends of the molecule here, where in these addition reactions a carbon carbon bond is broken here, and the two atoms of the reagents, that is X and Y, this is a reagent which are using here. So this reagent the X and Y, the two atoms of this reagent have been added to the ends of this molecule with the breaking of this carbon carbon bond here, and the two atoms of these reagents have been added to the ends of this cyclopropane here, these two carbon atoms, resulting in the formation of this new addition product. So the cyclopropane here is undergoing the addition reactions, and also in few cases the cyclobutane also. But these higher members, when we see from cyclopentane onwards, do not undergo these addition reactions except for these free radical substitution reactions. These are less reactive towards the addition reactions. When compared to cyclopropane and cyclobutane, higher members are less reactive than um, these two, that is cyclopropane and cyclobutane, are more reactive towards its addition reactions. In fact, the cyclobutane also does not undergo all these addition reactions, but cyclopropane will undergo many of these addition reactions, as reactions with halogens, reaction with hydrogen halides, and reaction with concentrated sulfuric acids. So let's see what are all these reactions now. one by one. See, reaction addition of chlorine and bromine. So this reacts with one, we know that is a free radical substitution reactions. That is, in the presence of UV light here, or the sunlight, this chlorine is being substituted in this cyclopropane, which is undergoing the free radical substitution reaction here. This chlorine, this hydrogen has been replaced by this chlorine here. So and the mechanism which is followed here is a free radical mechanism. So it is undergoing the free radical substitution reaction here. This is a characteristics of cycloalkanes and also the alkanes. But one of the reactions which is undergoing, which is the cyclopropane has been undergoing, is this addition reaction, where in the presence of the dark, this chlorine has been added to the these two carbon atoms, wherein this carbon-carbon bond is broken here. So resulting in the formation of dichloropropane here. So where the ends of the molecule, where this chlorine atoms have been added, that is of the reagent, have been added to the ends of the molecule here, resulting in the formation of 1,3-dichloropropane. This is 1,3-dichloropropane. Yes. Next reaction is the addition of HBr and HI, that is nothing but hydrogen halides. So reaction with hydrogen halides, where the cyclopropane reacts with HBr, that is concentrated HBr, or also HI for that matter, resulting in the formation of this 1-bromopropane. See, 1, 2, and 3. This is 1-bromopropane here, or 1-iodopropane when this is reacting with HI, concentrated HI, resulting in the formation of monochloro compound, that is 1-bromopropane in this case. And cyclopropane does not respond to this reaction. And when concentrated sulfuric acid is used, cyclopropane reacts with this concentrated sulfuric acid, resulting in the formation of N-propyl alcohol, similar to that of this addition of hydrogen halides, or reaction addition of chlorine and bromine. Now, let's see this addition of hydrogen, that is catalytic reduction. So in the presence of this catalyst, which is a nickel catalyst we are using here, the cyclopropane react with hydrogen, wherein hydrogenation will take place, resulting in the formation of this N-propane here. Yes, so the cyclopropane reacts with hydrogen, that is the reduction. As we are adding hydrogen to this, the reduction is taking place, that is addition reaction is again taking place here in the presence of the nickel catalyst at 80 degrees centigrade, resulting in the formation of N-propane, or I mean the propane. And this butane will also react, that is cyclobutane will also react with this hydrogen under more vigorous conditions, that is at 200 degrees centigrade, in the presence of nickel catalyst, resulting in the formation of N-butane, undergoing the addition reactions. Yes, these are the reactions of, or the properties of cycloalkanes. And in my next video, I'm going to discuss about this Bayer strain theory, that is the stability of the cycloalkane.